Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm Mark. Thanks again for stopping by Not Your Father's Capital. Now this is going to be very important as we talk about what's happening in 2024. I'm going to do a lot of videos and try to allude to the events that are coming and the oncoming news that we're going to be breaking down for you guys in 2024. But right here, right now, we need to talk about something very important, some breaking crypto news, basically as we look into this whole ETF discussion. Okay, so that's what I'm going to have for you guys in this video. So as always, if you're new to the channel, I appreciate you stopping by. Make sure you're all subscribed, though. Never miss a beat with what goes on in the crypto world. Also, the handle on X is in the bottom left. I like to post a lot of my videos and a lot of breaking headlines on Twitter as well, so make sure you're subscribed as there. But let's get into it, guys. And obviously not financial advice, so please do your own research and due diligence with all things crypto and financial. But it's what it comes down to. We're breaking barriers within this XRP ETF, as well as what we're seeing for how we're going to have millions and millions of people and the potentiality to have 401k plans, a lot of retirement accounts, more traditional finance vehicles, right, incorporate crypto. But now this is something where we saw with XRP how much basically this impact will be seen. We saw recently that the fraudulent attempt at that ETF and just how we had that absolute impact, right? It was like 14, 15%, just like this in a snap of a finger, and then receding after everybody got the news that something was basically not up to snuff, okay? So this is what it comes down to, and we're going to look further into exactly what happens because the U.S. SEC has approved dozens of spot ETFs, and now more and more companies will offer millions of retirement savers just to diversify portfolios to Bitcoin for long-term potential gains, okay? So the experts, on the other hand, this is what is worth talking about. They believe that 90% of the chance that lies within this happens before January 10th, okay? And we all know why this is important. We're starting to roll the ball down the hill within the new political election, okay? So more so for as we look to get mainstream adoption within crypto. This is something where Bitcoin went through a very similar circumstance that we're seeing, okay? Basically, a lot of regulatory affairs as well as monetary policies led a lot of investors in countries worldwide to get into Bitcoin, okay? Now, what we have seen basically is within the United States is a little bit of that shift as well towards Bitcoin due to what we're seeing basically within the GDP and how we're seeing a lot of the regulations that are going to be basically clearly outlined, hopefully within Congress, okay? Now that's something where we have to look at it more macro and more on a large scale when we talk about it, how big this impact actually would be, okay? In the United States, we already have about 52 million investors within the crypto industry. And if we could just extend this to being a 401k option, could you just imagine the magnitude that we could have, the trickle-down effect, if you will? Okay. Now, what we've seen basically is a lot of mutual funds tied into these retirement accounts. But if we get one basically where you can go about your job and, have your 401k and you have a more volatile risk profile, and you can have that 401k centered around having, say, a mutual fund of the top 10 cryptos in total market cap, or the top 10 layer ones, or top 10 Web3s, top 10 within AI, something more like that. And that's where the ETF could really get fascinating because they could take the legwork and the guesswork out of a lot of investors who don't want to watch YouTube and learn about crypto, okay? And that's just putting it bluntly. But that's kind of what it comes down to, is making it more accessible, feasible, and very much improve that userability within just any kind of investor that wants to get into the crypto game, okay? That's something where we're going to look into this being a potential billion-dollar avenue within crypto, and how basically offering even just a Bitcoin IRA in itself will allow a lot of investment accounts to get into what this perspective is, okay? Now, that's something with Bitcoin. Now, what it comes down to with XRP, and the purpose of this video as well, is not just to talk about a Bitcoin ETF, but Wall Street is definitely seeing the potentiality of that XRP ETF, okay? We know Bitcoin and Ethereum are going to be 1, 2, and if we could just basically call out a third, it is going to be that XRP, okay? And it's going to be something where you look for how this is going to play a role within political, the political landscape when we talk about the 2024 election. There's going to be a lot of stuff go on in that framework as well, and that's going to all hinge on the ETFs as well. It's going to be one of the, if we ever do have these debates and we get into it pretty much it's going to be something that comes up time and time again. Okay. The only thing the issue that stands in Ripple and XRP's way is that they are the only basic coin or security that has somewhat a legal precedent coming down from the United States courts. So that's something where if we don't even have that clarity, this is where XRP could absolutely kind of separate itself from the pack. And I tell you guys a lot of my videos, XRP, and my own personal thoughts and how I envision XRP is it's in its own category. And I don't think we're really going to truly feel that until we get more regulation and clarity in the rest of crypto. Okay. But that's where we're at. And it's something where you're looking at, Bitcoin, we're talking January 10th being a high probability date for that ETF. And that may just open up the floodgate where we see not just a little bit of that priced into Bitcoin right here, right now, as we currently look at Bitcoin on the charts, right? At that 43, 44K level that we're currently at. But more so, I think it's just the down the road effect, right? People aren't just waiting to go into that and just jump through that gate. It's going to be something where it's going to be a wait and see how warm the water is, and then jump in with 2 feet if we get some traction, right? And that's where I look to see XRP kind of get that aha moment, like, oh, yeah, we're next. And that's where I think you're going to see a lot of impact price-wise within XRP, okay? And I know a lot of it comes down to, VC-backed crypto and so on and so forth, where we're centralizing the decentralization, so on and so forth. But guys, right now, I think when we're still sitting at 5% adoption, it is a very necessary evil if we truly want to get global adoption. And then maybe we can break away using some governance and getting truly decentralized even further, okay? But like I said, XRP has a little bit of that regulatory clarity that a lot of cryptos lack. So firmly looking at XRP in 2024 to potential be a next ETF within the crypto game. So I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope you enjoyed this video update. I wanted to just give you guys the news and my thoughts on this topic. Obviously, do your own homework and due diligence with all things crypto and financial. Remember to subscribe down below to the channel. Handle for Twitter is in the bottom left, or X, so to speak. And we'll see you guys all in the next video. Thanks, everyone.